Yo!
Yayo Talk Show!
Dreamin'!
Don't give it up, Molly.
Dreamin'!
Don't give it up, Marco.
Dreamin'!
Don't give it up, Katie.
Dreamin'!
Al's name didn't fit. They talk about the show, this group of four friends been going for 1,000,000 years, there's no end. Watching every arc and saga, no sleep. It's the king of anime, 1,000 episodes deep.
Yayo Talk Show!
Talking about One Piece.
It's the name of the podcast.
We're not on Vine. Yayo Talk Show. Talking about
One Piece.
The curtain rises, evoking some lost art forms. The setting is new, but the players know their part. Saga read by Spoiler Chat. Now it's Caden's turn to start. We move to Tonka. More time for Waka Waka with no Muppets here. Instead, we reflect today. Let's talk Wano in One Piece. But first, some haiku, for you have to know who speaks. The Chrono Pirates. Poor some Morning Joe. She's almost caught up to us. Wild theorist Caden.
I knew exactly what you're going to do. I told you. I knew exactly.
Ha! This guy's funny. Listen for his yuckamups. It's the Laughborg Al.
Yuckamups! Oh my
That was good.
Always knows her Q. She is our funny captain, Molly D. Simpy.
Yo.
I remove my hat, take a deep and solemn bow. I am Bonesman Mark. I beg you all, stay and listen to us here on Ya Talk Show.
The B stands for
For Babang. Welcome in, everybody. It's Wano time.
I knew you were
Mark,
going to do
that
this. I
was
knew it
so
immediately.
good.
I got the idea last night at about 11 p.m. and worked really, really hard.
Why?
Thank
That's
you.
so
I love
much
that.
production value for something that people will accidentally skip because they skip the
'Cause
song.
they skip every single time.
Don't
we'll
skip
do
the
it
intro.
every-
You got to go
we'll-
back.
We gotta do no. We gotta do this for all of Wano now. We gotta do this.
Yeah, now he has to make new intros and new haikus every single time.
New Tonka. Okay, so in case anybody missed it, I used 3 forms of Japanese poetry
Yes.
there. I went from waka, which is 575777,
Waka waka.
to Tonka, which is the joke. Thank you. To Tonka, which is 57577, and then I just was like, whatever. I'm just going to do haikus from now on. And there's another thing in there too, if you know Kabuki theater. But other than that.
Mark, I love it. Thank you. That was great.
So the thing you complimented me on was when I write down my intros. And so I decided to go extra on it. And that's why I had the soundboard up. Not that we were doing a game show.
No, but
we were scared for a minute.
I was trying to figure out what you were going to do because you kept doing the game show noises, and I was like, what could it possibly be? And the second that we started up for this episode and then the music started, I was like, oh, come on, this guy. Also, I don't know if anybody
had to test
heard
the
it.
sound.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody could hear it. The entire Mark's monologue, I was wheezing. I don't
Yeah,
know. If
I definitely could.
Al and I were like 2 children in the front of the class trying not to cause a disturbance.
There's one thing that I have to say that my acting training and everything has prepared me for is the ability to keep my face very straight. In the sense, the only thing straight about me.
Thank you.
I'm like, keep my face straight while somebody else is doing their bit and letting them finish and then being able to do that. So by the way, that was a challenging one for me. It was a challenging one for me. You almost broke me. But I stayed on point. You did a very good job, Mark. And I think that everybody should leave a nice little comment and review telling everybody how much they loved what Mark just did today. And maybe leave us comments and reviews because maybe we love you and we would like to hear more
I think
from
I'm
you
going to
guys.
post this in the in-between week.
Ooh.
Like
Okay.
just so people go, hey, if you didn't listen, you should.
Okay.
sort of a thing.
This
Yeah.
is what I'm
And-
saying. If you
Mhm.
skip the intro, Mark did something cool. Go back and listen to it.
Yeah, and then leave us a review on iTunes or on Spoofy or in any of those things.
Wherever
And
you
send
get
Mark
your
as
podcast.
many compliments as you can manage.
Yeah,
if
and you can go to
send
my
Mark
PayPal.
us, Yeah.
Yeah. Mark holds up his phone, has a tip thing on it.
And I tap the sign and it says tip me. But welcome in, everybody. When we started this show, Wano was beginning. Like
Yeah.
episode 0, we arrived at Wano, if I'm remembering my time frames correctly, which is insane.
Yeah.
That we are now coming full circle and Caden is almost caught up. So Team Spoiler Chat and I, though we're going to have to come up with a new name,
Mhm.
figured out a good release, not necessarily the release schedule, but a record schedule of the chunks of story to be like, okay, stop here, then we'll record, or stop, or like, here's a section of Wano that we can read and then talk about. So welcome to the summer of Wano if you're listening to us as we release these.
It's going to take a long time to get through
We
this.
have let me
Hot
look
Girl
at the
Summer.
yeah, welcome to Wano, Hot Wano Girl Summer. I think, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.
Yeah.
Actually, that's 9 episodes, 7 Wano episodes with two things in between.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
No,
there's a game show, remember?
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
we're putting a game show.
7?
We're gonna.
Did
Yeah,
you just
7.
say 7? There's going to be 7 episodes of Wano?
Okay,
Yes.
so Wano is 149
Oh my
chapters.
The
god!
longest.
Caden,
the
we just
longest.
did 2 hours, like an hour and a half on 4.5 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
like,
but that's because it was just like Oda's just like, what if I plot dump all over your face?
Yes,
I guess-
welcome to Wano.
yeah, here we are.
Man,
But like
get ready.
it's modeled after a kabuki performance. Like it's 5 acts,
Yeah.
and they're traditionally supposed to take all day. Like you go to the theater for an entire day. And I guess when we translate that to podcasts, that's 9 episodes.
24 hours.
What if, hear me out. What if I did a kabuki theater, but it was just me info dumping about the Whitebeard pirates?
Oh, I was going to say,
Isn't that the game show?
Is this the Hearts for Garp episode?
Everybody in a theater and me on stage TED talking about it. Like a
Yeah, it's not
filibuster.
really theater if it's just you on stage with a whiteboard pointing at old men. It's not really
Well,
theater.
I'll pay actors to dress up like Garp and people that I care about and have them do things in the background. So it's a
This
little
really is
eerie.
hot girl summer for you, huh, Molly?
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh god.
I have no idea. I'm about to be unemployed. It's about to be hot girl, unemployed, hot summer.
Cut to Molly just vibing on the couch. It's like,
Passed out.
It's gonna be
About
the
Garp.
Wolverine picture of like Wolverine holding the picture, and it's Molly holding the picture, and it's Garp.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like finally I have
Do you
time
think
for
Oda's
me.
gonna remember to draw him hot?
He better, dude. I
Caden,
get
you're
so
not
worried.
even there yet. You're not even
worried.
at Hot Garp yet. Dab.
Not
Hey,
even.
so we're going to talk about Wano today, and
Part
this
one.
isn't carte blanche for anybody listening. Same rules apply to Caden. You don't know where she is currently reading or what chapter she is currently on. As far as you know, she has read up to chapter.
925.
Wow.
Thank you. So
welcome.
anything beyond 925, keep it to your damn self.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Yeah.
let
as we
Caden
start
read the rest
discussing.
of this in one piece.
Please.
Get it?
Please.
So
We've only been saying that for what, 40 episodes? 30
It's
yeah,
still
people-
funny.
and
It's
they
not
still
just a
don't
tagline.
know.
We mean it. Yeah, we mean
Well, they
it.
think
It's
that
not
they
a
think that.
tagline.
Listen. To be fair, I keep saying, yeah, I could read through all of this immediately and be caught up. And they're just like, well, why don't you? It's like, well,
We're doing a
I'm pushing this
podcast.
boulder up a mountain, and then 3 other people keep coming to the boulder and pushing it down the mountain.
Yeah.
So I have to push the boulder up the mountain again.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not pushing it down the mountain. We're just saying, hey, stop. It's
You're just
we're crossing
space
guard.
locking the boulder in place, and I
Yeah,
have to
we
still
put-
hold it there,
We have to
though.
let the little duckies
put a-
cross the road.
Yeah, well, we put a little rock down, like a little foot jam down, so you can go take a break and come back to it. But
Duck your ducks.
yeah. Listen, I've
You're
said
welcome,
it before.
Mark.
I'll say it again. It's not that you don't have the ability or capability to read One Piece in a single
Yeah,
weekend.
I mean,
I
trust
believe
me.
you.
Trust me. You all know because I watched almost 250 episodes in a single weekend, and you're just like, stop.
as I said on
Stop
Friday on our Twitch stream, which we do stream and play video games together as friends.
Follow us
having
at
fun.
twitch.tv/Yayo Talk Show.
As I said on Friday, as we were playing the new One Piece Odyssey game together. Yeah, after you did Marineford in a single holiday weekend and said nothing about Marco, I was like, never again.
To be fair,
Never
Molly,
again.
Molly, to be fair, do you realize how much other stuff happened in Marineford? Marco was the least of my worries.
How
And then
dare
Molly's
How
just like,
dare you.
how dare you?
How dare you? The least of your worries. He was a
Ace died,
fresh
Molly.
air.
I'm
But he
sorry.
wasn't
I have
dead
other
yet.
things.
He wasn't
In
dead yet.
Marineford, he's dead.
Marco showed up and was there for a while before.
Okay,
Ace
but we're
died.
trying to listen. That's great, but like I have priorities. I'm trying to help Luffy save his brother, and we failed, and he died.
I'd like to go to our.
Yeah.
So first of all, Caden, thank you. Speaking
Yo, what
of our Twitch streams, you promised not to bully me today, which I am very much appreciating.
Yeah, I told you.
Uh,
Also, see, notice I didn't swear. I said duck your ducks.
Yeah,
See,
you're
I got
ducking.
you. See,
Yeah,
I don't.
we out here ducking everybody.
I have no idea if I've sworn already, and I'm sorry for it.
and honestly, me neither, because I was so focused on nailing the bloody
The intro.
poem that I was just like, no.
You nailed it.
What
You
a
nailed
bunch
it.
of mumble
And
duckers.
no one can tell you otherwise.
I figured out a way to ruin haiku by possibly using the term yuck 'em ups for the first and only time, but I needed 3 syllables. I needed 3 syllables.
Yuck 'em
No,
ups
it's
is
fine.
first of all, you know what? I'm sure somebody's going to appreciate that.
I appreciated that you said Waka Waka and then alluded to the Muppets.
No, just Waka. Did not say Waka Waka. It said
No,
waka
I did say waka waka.
Yeah.
I
You
said
did.
more time for
Yeah.
waka waka
Yeah,
with no Muppets here.
I heard what I
Okay.
Because
heard.
it's waka waka hyphenated.
Yeah.
You're wakaing at the waka.
I ate the waka
I
waka
see.
no me, and now I
Yeah.
can't tell any good jokes, but I still make people laugh. Fozzie is an inspiration. Hey, let's talk about Wano.
Can I'm gonna say something very quickly, and
I
then
would
we're
love
gonna
for you
talk
to
about
say
it. We're gonna talk
something.
about we're gonna talk about it later. We're not gonna get there.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get there yet because there's some stuff happening first. So I'm gonna give everybody a chance to play a little game. Okay,
Oh.
we're gonna play a little game, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I have something for this.
Uh-oh.
Okay, cool.
No, don't let him do
Here it
it.
goes.
Take
Yeah,
the
hold-
button away.
Wait, hold on. Wait, sorry, no, I muted it to make sure that nobody
Here we
got
go.
worried about
Everybody,
it. All right.
everybody.
Wait, Caden, give me the line again. Give me the line again.
All right, we're gonna play a little game, everybody.
Oh, God. I know it's a joke, but it's still stressful.
All right, everybody, welcome to Yayo Talk Show. We're going to be playing one little game real fast. And here's the deal. I have a character that I really, really, really love in this arc that I just got introduced to, and I will do everything for this character. If anything bad happens to this character, I'm gonna riot. So, if you can correctly guess what character this is, you don't win a damn thing, but also you get cool internet points, which Mark will give you, and we'll assign them arbitrarily. If you're first, then maybe you'll get a lot of points. They were worth nothing, but you can say you have them. Anyway,
I'm worth nothing.
that's your hint. That is your hint.
Mark.
That's not what I said, and that was your hint. Good luck, everybody, in guessing what character it is.
Well, you
That was your hint. There's one
mean-
character.
yeah, I know it's Otama.
Well,
You told me to guess.
I told them to guess. I told them to guess.
See, this is like the thing where on streams you talk to Sam and we don't know about that. And we don't know if that's true.
I
or
was
not.
talking to the audience. All
All right, do you want me to here? So we know what
No,
I
no,
said,
no, no,
but I
no. This
censored
is
it.
better. No, this is better now. This is better now. That is better that you did that.
Okay.
Get ready to sign.
I'm
some
not
stuff,
bullying
Aiden.
you. It's better that you did that. It's more hilarious that
Oh
way.
wait,
Anyway,
no, I
it's
didn't
Otama.
buzz in. Hold on.
Okay,
Also, y'all
Mark.
should listen to Game Show if you don't already.
Mark, your guess?
I forgot.
Okay.
Comedy comes in
Anyway.
threes, everybody.
Okay, I muted the channel again. There's no game show today. I promised there was no
Okay,
game show.
cool, great, fantastic. It's Otama. I this is my daughter. Like you know, in every series that you have, you'll have characters that you really love, characters that you relate to, and characters that are considered your children. Otama is my child. Otama's my daughter. Oh, I love her very much. And if anything bad ever happens to her, I will kill everybody in the room and then myself. So I want you to know how much I care about this kid who is wearing this little patchwork kimono. And it makes me sad. And she doesn't have any food. And I will kill every single person here who fucking hurts this little kid. So anyway,
Go.
I love her very much.
I love her.
Otama is great. I also love Otama. Not to the
Best
extent that
character.
Kane loves
Best character I've
Otama.
been introduced to. And
I
like,
love
I'll be
Otama.
honest, in a while, best character I've been introduced to in a while. She's like a standout to me. And if something bad happens to her, I'm going to be so mad.
And
I
just the
feel
fact that the way her powers work make her even cuter. Like the
And it's sad. And it's
so
sad. I'm so mad about this. Like, literally, I'm just like, oh no, I love her. And then it's just like, oh God, her story is just so sad. It's like, I'm so mad. I'm so upsetty spaghetti.
I feel like we've had a lot of children in One Piece, and not to say that they didn't act like children prior to this character, but I really feel like Oda really understood what children are like when he was making Otama. I feel like
She's
the
so
most
sweet.
childlike.
he
since,
used the
like-
manga no mi to trap a child in the
Oh,
That's
no.
awful.
Worse, Al. How
Oh,
do you
no.
not know that's worse?
That's
Oh god.
one of the Charlottes has that ability. Like
No, I
I'm
don't
not even
like
exaggerating.
Yeah.
They have
No,
a-
I
they
know
have
it's
a-
book guy.
yeah, book guy.
Yeah.
Book guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Molly's been
yeah.
reading SBSs. I'm going to be thwarted in the next
Okay.
next quiz.
Molly, you're supposed to not
well,
read those.
Well,
the
she's
next
making her own
quiz,
show.
yeah, the next quiz show is my quiz show, so you should be worried.
Oh god.
Okay. Wow. Why was that threatening?
Takes the buttons away from Mark and glares at Mark.
Oh God, the buttons, they're gone.
My power. How did you know?
The button, no me.
Wano flipping. I keep
Yeah.
you know how I keep trying to go back. Similarly to how we've been doing shows in the past, we're going to be covering like 909 to 925. We're going to be covering the first act of Wano, and we're just going to be kind of discussing and not necessarily retelling piece by piece, but just talking about some of our favorite parts and like relive setting up this big. I'm sorry for boring you.
I'm just waiting for my turn here. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I made a bit out of it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow, I can't believe that you're taking up Molly's precious. There's several old men in this arc already.
I do want to talk about one of them right away.
See, I know Molly.
Molly?
We're friends.
Are there
We
any?
text.
Are there any old men within this 909, 925 Act One of Wano
Not
that
for the
you want to
reasons
discuss?
you guys all think I want to talk about
His
it.
big
but
nose.
I do want to talk about that we finally get to meet a Tengu in One Piece.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I feel like they
Oh,
make
he's
so
cool.
many Usopp jokes, and we actually meet one is so crazy.
I like him. He's pretty cool.
And
Also, like, dude just has a legendary sword.
he has Sandai Kutetsu's brother.
Yeah. Like, just hanging out.
He's the kind of guy who
Just a legendary curse
Like,
sword, that's all.
does
reason.
like goes to work every day, spends only money on rent and food and utilities, and spends all of his free cash on novelty items. And it just happens to be an anime sword.
I'm gonna be real. This guy rules. Like, again, like super protective. Like, older dude is just like, if you do anything, it's like I'll. It's like same vibes. It's like if you hurt Tama, death.
I'm
Death to
pretty
you
sure,
forever.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing lifts though.
Al.
He's a short king. What's wrong with a short king? How dare you?
You can't just
proud
call
of the
somebody
height.
out.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't just call somebody out for wearing lips, dude.
You can't, dude. That's so rude.
And you know what? I don't think that's his real nose. I'm just saying it.
You guys have to stop making
Look, if
comments
there's
on people's
anything Al and I
appearances.
are, we're petty and
Which-
jealous.
I
mean,
taught you
Buggy
better.
Boys. What about Buggy Boys? Did y'all not understand?
Are you guys having nose envy? Is this what this is? Nose
Molly?
envy?
Anyway,
Molly?
so Luffy straight up steals one of the great swords, and it's super
God.
cursed again.
Not even
So
stealing.
he's just like, I'm taking it, and he's like, no, please, I'll
I
give
need
you
to
another. It's
complete
like, I'm
this look.
taking it.
No, yeah, it's not that he took it because he knows how to use a sword. He took it because he knew it completed the aesthetic.
Right, and he
Like,
Now
takes-
people will
takes
think
this-
I'm a samurai. Takes
Right,
that sword, punches people.
Punches people while holding sword.
listen. That is definitely something Molly would do, though. So
Yeah.
like, it's in line with like the Luffy mentality. It's like, you got to complete the outfit. It's like, it is the equivalent of the like, hey, can I say ass,
Mark.
Mark?
My brain just.
I think
know-
you can. I think you can.
I'm making sure. I'm making sure. Can I say ass?
But you're saying it already.
Yeah, I know, but you can cut this out if I can't.
Can she or can't she? She'll keep saying it, and it's gonna make more work for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know what?
cool.
You know what?
Yay.
You know what? Just this once. Just
Okay,
this
cool.
episode. We can say ass.
This is the ass episode.
I'm making
the ass
sure. I'm
episode.
double checking because my brain is somewhere else right now. Anyway, no.
That's not what I said.
That's not what anybody said. Molly, sit down.
Mark's ordeal of ass. Wait.
It's like this is like you got to spell TREAT around Molly, otherwise you got to. It's like, well, you can't say
gotta
treat.
spell what?
Treat? No,
No treat.
no treat,
No treat.
no treat, no treat.
Aw.
There's no treat.
Aw.
Anyway, I'm gonna bring us back on topic. I remember. Thank you, neurodivergency.
Luffy
Anyway,
steals the sword.
so it's yeah. The way Luffy steals the sword is the same way of like that whole like that post, that legacy meme post of just like steals your bike and runs away with it. At least ride it, asshole.
Yeah.
It's like that's exactly what it is. It's like
Yeah.
it's like I took your sword to complete the look. Punches people while holding the sword. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Very
I do
fun.
love the first Luffy's like bet runs with the sword, and his first experience with the landscape of Wano is like, isn't it like two dinosaurs fighting or something?
It's not
Just
a
like two
dinosaur. It's
giant animals.
monsters.
Yeah.
It's a kaiju fight.
And it's like,
Mhm.
huh, cool. That's pretty cool.
This place sucks.
Yeah, looking
Yep.
around, looking for the ninjas, looking for the other anime, looking
Yep.
for
I love how the Zoro and Luffy, the fact that they're the people that found each other first, and their way of fitting in is just repeating Kinemon's like vocal tick of the
Yeah.
Gozoru. It's like, and then people go, oh yes, what strange accents you have, and it's like, oh, this why why is this working? It's not, but why is this working?
Well, it's funny though, because it's like they're applying what they think, like that's like that the people that they've met along the way is their only knowledge of Wano, because Wano. Thank you, God. I knew I said it wrong as I said it.
I got you, Molly. Molly, I got you
Wano.
on pronunciation this whole time. I got you.
Way like a whale. Way no. There's a hidden H in there, Molly. But they're like from context.
Did
clues
Molly
from their
just do that
friends.
again? Like in
Did I-
front of us?
Did I?
Yeah,
Wano.
it's like the
Wano.
evil version of no. You know,
Oh,
like
so it is
Wario.
It's like
Wah.
Waluigi. Wano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wano.
Wano.
Wah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. You keep saying Wano, and you literally just said
You
literally
justified my
just like you justified the
thought-
wrong pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I thought. Yeah, I hear it now. Um,
now.
I'm tired, okay? I'm very tired. Please. I know you guys normally don't cut me slack. I'm not looking at you guys, I'm looking at the chat. Please cut me some slack today. I'm very tired. It's very gloomy outside. I could fall
Especially
asleep at
now
any
that
moment.
Molly's talked about her one old man in this section.
Yeah, I'm done. I checked
Yeah,
out,
she's done.
dude.
Molly's done. That's
Al,
it.
are there any old men or kids that you want to talk about?
I don't
I
like
mean,
you added kids. I don't like that.
Well, because
I don't like that
Caden's
either.
in love with Otama.
Well, that's because that's my daughter.
Yeah, I know, but I could say, are there any other Caden's daughter that you liked too? So I had to
Well,
generalize.
It's just General Caden's daughter because Caden has her
General
own.
Caden.
Yeah.
It's white beard, but with tiny
Yeah,
anime
exactly.
girls.
Yeah, it's like these are my children. Don't fucking come near them. I'll beat you within an inch of your life. And also, I have like the tsunami fruit instead of the earthquake fruit. You know what?
What?
But
Shut up.
on the subject of Tama, she has a devil fruit ability where she can make dango out of her cheeks, which are little
Oh my
like
God,
rice
and
pastry
it's
things.
so sad
And she
because it
feeds
doesn't
them.
fill her up.
No, she can't actually get any sustenance from them, but when she feeds them to animals, they instantly become tame. So that kaiju fight we see, she just solves by throwing cheek meat at them, and they're fine.
Cheek meat.
Yeah.
Cheek
She also
dongo.
like tames a person
Yeah, that
with it.
happens. Later.
because of the like okay. So I love that they're getting into this like wacky nonsense thing because like, oh hey, you like she's has
guess,
like
Can I preamble what you're about
please
to get
good
into?
please yeah
So,
please
the Kaido pirates are also the beast pirates, and there's a subsection of the Kaido's pirates that are called the gifters, which have these artificial devil fruit abilities.
They're
that-
their animal sonas.
Yes,
But
they're personas.
They're furries derogatory.
No, they're not. How
Well,
dare
some
you?
of
Yeah,
them.
they're not furries.
How
Specifically, they're
dare
not
you?
furries.
Speed is great. By the way,
These-
Molly,
Speed
speed
is
is
great.
also a drug.
Oh my God.
Is that
We
weed?
can't talk about this on the show.
Yes, we can.
You talking
We
about
can
it on
reference
Twitch?
it because we're not talking about anything.
You know how I said 7 episodes about Wano? I was wrong.
You didn't take into account the filler episode about drugs I learned about.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry, keep going now.
But basically, they're half animal, half human hybrids, and they're susceptible, the animal half, to being tamed by Tama's dango.
And that's how we get Speed.
Yeah.
Speed's our friend now.
She's really cool though.
Speed's
Like,
awesome.
she's really cool. I like her.
I forgot Speed showed up so early, and it was so good to be like, a friendly face.
Thank
Somebody
God.
nice.
Yeah, somebody
Anyway,
nice.
shout out to the artificial devil fruits. I'm sure this will play nothing into anything ever at all. Period.
Mark,
Anyway, the smile fruits are terrible and awful, but Speed is cool and I like her. Everybody be surprised, please.
Molly, what's up?
sorry, we used to just immediately thinks of that one meme comic where it's like, you're like, it's finally see like a friendly face. It's the Hotel California of like, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful face. It's-
I mean, if we're gonna tell Caden to watch out for certain trends,
there's also a dude just named Batman. There's also just a dude named Batman.
Gazelle Man.
that
It's just
that
straight up
wasn't
Batman.
the trend I was going to point out.
you better watch out
There's
for
a
those
you
easy
Batman and a
superheroes.
gazelle man.
Watch
There's a certain level. We get a name. We get headliner. At like we get certain levels. We're starting to see the like how like working under Kaido, the different levels, and
His corporate structure.
and we have 3 that all have something to do with cards. We have Speed. We
Yeah.
have Hawkins isn't that, but he uses like a tarot deck,
Uh-huh.
and Hold'em. who has a lion's head for a crotch.
Yeah,
Um,
sometimes your dongle is a ferocious beast.
Sometimes, not every time.
Sometimes your dongle is king of the jungle.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Looking out the window for that on that one, and I looked back and I realized none of you could see me. I was like, what?
It's like I looked out the window hoping for some sort of
It's like
object to fly
somebody-
through and
somebody to
strike me
help
in the
me.
head.
Hoping my
I looked
neighbors make
outside for
eye
help and
contact.
realized that nothing would come.
Yeah,
Nothing
hoping my
was
neighbors
fun.
will make eye contact and realize I need help.
Let's
Oh,
hope that
God.
this is that Wano will be the saga, or the arc at least, where Al has a funny come up to say,
Good job, Al.
and we all stop and we give it the attention that it deserves.
Hey,
or
you
it
know,
breaks everyone. Which
there's the better part of that is that like the lion isn't even like his junk. The lion punches him in the junk.
And then also gets hurt because he is a part of the same like
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's so many comedy of errors. There's so much comedy of errors in this as well. I like
Just slams himself right in the dongle, like
It's like,
right
you
in the
thought I went
freaking
off
USB
with-
hub.
you thought I went
Oh
off
my
with
God.
Furry Island. No,
Right in the boing-loing.
we're literally gonna have
The boing lines,
The
the
boing
boing lines, hitting him right in them, right there. He hit
We're
him in the
gonna
boing
have-
lines.
loins.
I'm gonna go
Need a-
crazy with designs of these half animal, half people, and
You thought he exhausted them before now, and
no, Al,
he said
we're
no.
exhausted.
No, Al.
No, just Marcus. I'm
Can
sorry.
I just say though?
Royal
Can I just give some credit here? All right, like everybody comes at Oda and the SBSs with specific questions about people's specific devil fruits, and I feel like Oda has to think in such broad terms of like like all facets of how this can go right and wrong in terms of people's devil fruit. And in in this arc being like, no, I know exactly what you guys are gonna ask. Yes, if he does hit himself in the boing loing, it does hurt. It does.
I love that he knew. I love that he knew. It was just
Preemptively
like,
trying to prevent
well, the
questions.
thing is everybody keeps asking about dick stuff in the SBS. So
Yeah.
like, all right, I got to answer this immediately. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. So like, okay.
Yeah, I
Here
like
we
he's
go.
like, you know what? I know what my
I draw
audience
that
wants.
too now.
Yeah.
It's like
But yeah.
Mark. Similar energies. It's like I got to preemptively strike on this one, otherwise problems gonna start coming up right away.
It got so goofy so quickly though. Like you're like, man, what is this gonna be? Like there's so much presentation to like act one. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh.
There
And then
are
it's-
two
yeah.
staples in kabuki theater where it's either deadly serious, like classical Shakespearean, like people die and it's sad this whole time, or humorous, and we're in a humorous show.
It's such an interest. Like, there's a lot of I mean, you know, they it's not a hidden thing that they make this like very traditionally Japanese, let alone kabuki.
You don't say.
I want to talk about something we usually do just for movie episodes, but let's talk about some fits. Like early
Right.
on, we meet Franosuke, Usohachi, Orobi, Zorojuro, Luffy Taro, and we don't have names for the rest of the crew yet. But we do have updated Wano looks. And I wanted to know what everybody's favorite Wano look was.
They're all so good. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like
Yeah.
Zoro.
this
No,
feels
Zoro.
like
100%
Oda
Zoro.
had these in mind for over a decade. Like he was just waiting on these costumes.
Yeah,
Well,
I wonder why.
Well, no,
Maybe you don't mention a place that you're gonna go in 10 years of manga story. It's like,
Why do you think Oda did the period piece filler arcs, the Boss Luffy arcs? He
Just
was
so, like-
he was testing stuff out, and because he had this part of the story in his head for so long, and I'm so happy that those bits that were like some of my favorite, like, oh, these don't mean anything, we're just taking a bite out of whatever, became such this colorful tapestry of culture and design. And Cade, there's going to be a couple of episodes that we're going to want you to watch, just because there's so, like throughout this
Oh.
arc where it's like, okay, yeah,
So
definitely
good.
read and get through and get the story, but Oh my god,
Yeah.
Caden, you're almost caught up on the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, right off the jump for this whole arc in the anime, there's a style change where they start doing like brush ink line work for characters in like Sakuga sequences, and it is insane. Like it looks so good. If you weren't watching the anime, only reading the manga, you need to start watching the anime like here, please.
They know what they were doing. Like the production, everybody we talked about it on the show. Dressrosa, indicated a bit of a dip. Started coming a bit back up with Whole Cake Island, but it was to present and hold this entire arc up as an achievement in animation and art, just in general, because like the manga is also very stylized and amazing too. So there are particular episodes that are just absolutely gorgeous and were given the proper budget and time to be something truly special. And I think that also reflects in the character design and the costumes.
Yeah. They're also like hiring animators this time around who, I mean, One Piece has been, around for 25 years, and people who grew up with One Piece who are still very passionate about One Piece are now working on One Piece. Like I know a lot of Americans who are working on One Piece as animators, and it's like, Kaden, you're gonna watch this arc and you're gonna be able to visually see the love of people animating these characters, and it's like, I don't know, it's like 25 years and the culmination of like, like we started this podcast because we like this show and we're having fun seeing Caden watch it and come up with, wild theories and everything like that. But it's just like, there's something about this series that just brings people together. I mean, I think it's like across the world, like one of the most translated series, I believe. Like, I mean, they make a joke in Haiku about when the main guy goes to Brazil and he doesn't know how to relate to his roommate, and then he finds out they're both reading One Piece, and they're like, "Oh, who's your favorite character?" And it's like Zoro. And he's like, "Yeah." And I don't know. There's something about One Piece that's so universal, and
Well, I think we also mentioned this before, maybe on one of the movie episodes, but like One Piece is old enough now to where kids who have grown up reading and watching it are old enough to be in the positions of making the show.
Waving hand at camera. Hello. To hire me, please. Please hire me.
So it's all of that experience formed by the show that the comic that everybody started on is still alive and well in these people that are now getting the chance to make the thing. Like you can feel the love in what they're doing, and like that's how you make truly great stuff, is if you actually love the project you're working on.
You know what I love? Fashion design. We heard
Mark desperately trying.
Hey, I like Usopp's outfit because he's silly.
I love Frankie's outfit.
Looking at Caden,
everybody's shocked. Now everybody's shocked. Is it the hair? Is it the hair?
It's the hair. It's so cool. Kabuto hair.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Usohachi. Usohachi. Thank you.
You got it.
Usohachi.
It's
Usohachi.
easy. Yeah, Usohachi.
Caden was training me before we started.
We were going through all of it.
And I saw
I'm learning to preemptively strike on a lot of the things that Molly says, except for the swear words. I can't do anything about that. Sorry, Mark.
Well,
I'm sorry,
except
I
for
have
say
a piece
them earlier.
All right, I have a piece of paper that gives me permission, so.
No, you don't.
No,
that's not what that's for.
It
We have a
says
verbal
Captain
agreement?
gives Captain permission.
Captain's orders.
Little smiley face.
Let us know whose costume you like the best.
Yeah,
Down
what do you
below.
like, Mark? Mark, what do you like?
I really like Usohachi. Like his design, like the fact that he is
Crude oil
a liar
salesman.
and a shy. Yeah, everybody
oil
just fitting
salesman.
into these just little niches that they've been in a very long time. I can't speak either, so that's
Okay.
fine.
Well, it's funny how they're like, how do we get away with like blending into the community? I know, let's lean into our stereotypes, like, and we'll get away with it.
Well,
too.
then even also they Kinemon explains later they took these positions for very specific reasons. like to be around people, or to be a geisha to get into the inner circle of
Yeah.
Orochi, or to
Mhm.
like have the plans of Orochi's palace. Like everybody and Zoro was supposed to be a Ronin until they found that he, quote, grave robbed Shusui
Mhm.
away from a very
that sounds
storied
right.
samurai, which is just like, oh, that's
That's
like,
back, like that's Thriller Bark stuff.
That's Thriller
That's
Bark.
like, oh, I forgot. Oh,
no.
How
I
could
beat
you?
him in battle. He's been dead for centuries. Yeah, well, I beat him. Whatever. What do
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
from
I
me?
beat his dead corpse.
Yeah, he
Why
like
he
dug him
fought
up
me.
and punched his skull.
It was honorable. What do you want from me?
What do you want, dude? You weren't there. You had to be there. That was a
nerd.
Denny's. That I imagine Zoro explaining this to the authorities of just like describing a Denny's parking lot fight, and them still circling back to the guy's been dead for like X amount of years. And he's like, yeah, and I won.
And I kicked his
Yeah,
ass.
and I beat him to death.
My
Done.
sword broke and I
Crazier.
needed a new sword.
Like, what's crazier about that is that, like, sitting and thinking about it in the context they're speaking in, that implies that just because he's been dead before, like, just because
Mhm.
they knew the guy was dead, right?
Mhm.
And Zoro has the sword. Doesn't that imply that he was buried? But then it was like did they bury him on Thriller Bark, or like
It might have been a situation where
because it's like they're pointing a really aggressive finger at Zoro, but it's like, but you just said that, like, I obviously didn't get it from here. So it's like, sounds like you guys did something. You guys messed up.
it would have had to have been Moria, like somehow sneaking into, like, Moria or somebody working under Moria sneaking in, if he's buried on Wano, to take him and the sword back to Thriller Bark.
The implications
So
of
like
that.
a double grave robbery.
Yeah, so that, but that's the thing, is they just know that his, if they know that his grave was stolen, if he's dead, he had to have died on Wano, because no news in Wano gets out.
Yeah,
So he had, like, his grave is probably on Wano then,
that's crazy.
like actual grave.
Yeah, man, what the heck, Zoro?
Sucks to suck.
That dude's an ass.
Can't believe you went to a place, you accidentally got lost, found your way all the way to Wano, then got lost and came back and had a new sword. I can't believe you did that, Zoro.
God,
How could you have possibly done that?
I also love the implication that, like, he would have gotten away with his character if he didn't have a sword, a very recognizable sword that was, like, very clearly beloved and buried with, like, the previous sword master. But it's like the idea that he was like, I'm getting away with it, and it's like having a piece of paper on your back saying, I'm not from here, or something like that, and getting in trouble for it.
I mean, considering that all of the swords seem to have come from Wano,
Yeah.
as far as the world is concerned, like, these are the people that would know the swords the most. Like, it's not just big nerds like Tashigi that are like, oh, that's one of the swords, isn't it? But, like, people on the street.
The swords have names, and everyone knows the names of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
sword.
Well, I
on
also
site.
assume that
It would also be cool if they let me know the names. But
you gotta know a guy. You gotta have a sword guy to know. But yeah, I'm also assuming it was created. A lot of these swords are the legendary swords are created here in this country.
And that's why they know them. And the fact
Yeah.
that they have siblings. Like, we knew with Sandai Katetsu, we knew, like, oh, okay, this is at least a set of 3. But within the first couple of chapters to be like, oh, this one is really cursed and is the second one, which means there's another one. Like, okay, now we know what's going on. We know what's happening. And Zoro
Another-
seeing Luffy just kind of like, what, like, shut up or I'll hit you with my sword.
Can I look at that sword?
Like, hey, wait, Luffy, let me take a look at. Shut up. Then he, like, just punches another dude. He's like, no, just let me. Can I have it, please?
Let me look at that thing.
Luffy,
Real
I'm
quick,
literally
real
the
quick.
sword guy. Please.
Can I just real quick? Can I see it? Can I see it real quick? Just real quick.
No, shut up. I'm doing a thing.
Bro, I'm cosplaying. Back up.
These people are asking for pictures.
very
Yeah.
Mark and Molly energy.
Yeah.
The
This is what
security
happens when you let the
guy-
dabbing delinquents go all kind of off the rails.
the security guy at a convention looking for the orange tape on your fake sword to make sure it's a fake sword. You're in the middle of taking photos with people.
And you pull it out like, no, look, it's pretty cool,
And
right?
you pull out the cursed legendary blade of a long dead samurai. No, it's a real one.
You're
It's
under
like,
arrest.
You are so under arrest right now.
Seppuku.
The security guy at AX being like, is that the legendary sword? Not that it's a weapon, but that's a legendary sword that should be buried.
Not
Wait
only
a
are you
second.
arrested,
That's my
but
plan.
you're double arrested.
Yeah.
You're double arrested seppuku in the center of
You're not
Anime
you're
Expo.
not-
People will
you're
think
not
it's a
just
show.
arrested. You're going to die. We are going to kill you because
Yeah,
you're
they-
dishonorable.
So they catch him and tell him to commit seppuku, right? But
Yeah. And they give him a rusted edge of a broken sword, and he kills the shady-looking dude that sentenced him to death. And then
Okay.
grabs the
Wow.
sword and runs.
That's one hell of a convention to go to.
Yeah.
We were
That's
all
One Piece,
there.
baby.
We were all in the ball pit. We all saw it happen.
we all went to everybody's in the ball pit. Everybody saw the cursed sword, and everybody saw the broken sword, and then everything turned into it was
Well, now we don't need to watch that One Piece movie about the cursed sword because we just talked about the plot.
Yeah,
Anyway, moving
yeah.
on.
No, but yeah, I'll
Now we
say
have
really
to.
quickly, just because Caden hasn't seen it yet. The animation of the sequence of Zoro fighting all of those guys is so. That was like, here's a little taste of what this season's gonna be like animated, and it's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
Like
I'll find the episode number and we'll go back and we'll watch it.
it's because I think it's like maybe 3 pages or so of that scene with Zoro in the manga, and it's like, you
that
know,
whole
you get
episode felt like an intro. Like
yeah, it's like, but like in the manga, it's like, yeah, okay, Zoro gets out of there. Like all right. Their first mistake was giving him a knife, something sharp, like, you know,
Oops.
trained by Mihawk, who had like a little
butter knife.
yeah, little butter knife he keeps on him at all times, and like just as obviously, I think like the panel where he like uses an ability, and I think he cuts the building in half as well. But in the anime, they make a meal out of that scene. It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, for half of a chapter, it ended up being its own episode, and it's just supposed to be like character splashes of what they're doing in Wano.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll put that in chat right now. All right,
Yeah.
but let's
get together. They have Otama.
Yeah.
And then they go to. Was it
Wait, Molly.
Hmm?
It's been 50 minutes,
yes.
and you haven't talked about Tama's relationship to another character in this show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
Do you want to talk about your favorite boy?
Yeah,
mhm.
I do.
Go ahead.
Otama tells us that she's been waiting for Ace this whole time, a pirate who she met a couple years ago, who just, you know, just came to hang out or whatever on his like little adventures. Because Ace had adventures before he would hang out with Whitebeard, and like there's a whole novelization about it, and like you should read it. It's really good. You got it. Then you meet Mask Deuce, which is cool. This is another thing too. It's like for whatever reason, like Oda created Mask Deuce, who is Ace's first mate on his ship before he gets kind of absorbed into the Whitebeard pirates.
Uh-huh.
And he drew a bunch of other shipmates for Ace for the novel. And in the manga chapters, we actually get to see some of those guys, but it's cool to like finally like put names to faces and see them move around, because it's like the novel obviously is words. It's not like Oda throws in a couple sketches just to like
A novel is made of words.
I'm sorry, that just got me.
yo, you guys,
No.
I bought these books and there were no pictures. Like what the heck?
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Garbage.
Disgusting. Yeah, it's sad. It's funny and sad and sad and it's funny and it's funny and it's sad that Otama is yelling at Luffy about Ace, who is like, we saw Luffy go through the 5 stages of grief, like getting over his brother dying in his arms, and
Mhm.
So just I love Otama. It's like I almost had hands with a child. It's like, don't like it's very
It's
like
interesting
don't.
that Luffy
it's-
doesn't say anything about his relationship with Ace. He just like, listen, I'm gonna tell this kid what she needs to know. Like,
He's growing up.
yeah,
Like this is
it's
where
definitely- I was gonna-
Luffy's like
I was gonna
learning a
say
lot
it's an
more
adult
measured.
thing, but he's not that.
No,
That's not true. He's getting to a point where it's just like he understands better how to deal with kids, and I feel like that's something he learned a lot from. Like he's been reflecting a lot, so he's thinking a lot about Shanks lately, and it's just like maybe what would Shanks do? What would Shanks do here? Shanks would probably do this. I'm gonna do that.
It's also like in the moment that it's happening, Luffy is just like, what does she need to know right away? She doesn't need to know that we were brothers. She needs to know that he's not coming for her. And that like is so heart-wrenchingly sad. It's like somebody who's like, I'm like, and it's like, again, the implications, right? The implications. This country is closed off. They aren't necessarily getting news outside of their country. And the fact that she has no idea that, like, there was an entire war trying to save the guy she's waiting for. She has no idea that he's dead. Like, it's very like we are of the era before cell phones, right? We are of the era before the internet, where it's like if if I called you guys on the landline and we agreed to meet at Taco Bell, I assume you guys are going to show up to Taco Bell. And if you don't show up to Taco Bell, I won't know what happened until I get home and call you guys. But it's like, imagine like even less technology than that before our time of
You
like,
whisper sweet nothings to a snail, and maybe
we
it works
write
out.
you a letter to say, I'm getting on a boat that hopefully will get to you in 3 months time, and I will vacation with you for like X amount of part of the year and head home. And like you have to hope that they arrive safely. And it's like this kid fully, I mean, and Ace had every intention of coming back, but it's just life happens sometimes, and it's
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's interesting that like
Life finds a way to hurt your faves.
yeah, but it's oh god. Just pouring some out for Ace right now, but I'm also like, thank you, Oda. Like this and the year of, you know, our Lord Oda, 2020, either 2020 or 2021, we're talking about Ace again. And we haven't really talked about Ace since Marineford. Or I guess Dressrosa for like a second because Sabo, but it's been a minute. It's been like at least a couple of years at the point of this, you know, chapter release. But yeah, it's like he's never really alluded to Ace's adventures before. Like we get snapshots of it. We know that he went and found Shanks to thank him for saving Luffy. We know that, you know, he fought Jinbei because he was trying to find Whitebeard. We get like little glimpses of it in those episodes and chapters, but like we don't really know from East Blue till, you know, like Whitebeard, really. We don't know what he was up to. And seeing that like he did go to Wano and
Wano.
I had I'm sorry, I said the F word. Dang it. There's a moment where you could hear me thinking which is the right one. Got it, and I still got it wrong. Yeah,
Both
I
of
don't
the
know.
choices were Wano.
Yeah, and I was wrong. Wano, right?
You
Wano?
just think yes, exactly. That's exactly it. Think
Okay.
of that, and then you'll get it right
No.
every single
ready?
time.
Get ready for a lot of me being like, and they're at Wano, just so I don't forget.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Great.
It's like
Change nothing.
Also, it's just like I like the implication of like listen, we all know Sabo, Ace, and Luffy are all brothers, but that doesn't mean that they can't have other siblings. And Ace just being like, cool, yeah, you're my younger sister, probably. Like whatever. Like we'll hang out again. I got you ice cream, whatever. We'll hang
And then
out.
closing the loop between their stories and that they both make her the same promise is like
Ugh.
so good.
Yeah. And the reality of that promise is actually one you should not be making. But yeah, it's good. I like I mean, I had like no expectations for this arc, and they threw in some Ace lore as like a little treat for me, and me being like, "What?" Like, I just had chapters with Marco, and I was like, "Oh, I feasted. Like, I'll be good for another 10 years or whatever." And then they're like, "Oh, you want to talk about Ace?" I'm like, "I always want to talk about Ace." I'm staring at 2 Ace anime figures right this second.
What are they saying?
One of them is saying "do it," like just go ahead and do it, and the other one's saying "stop, don't do it, don't do it." And I'll take pictures of it, and you guys can tell me which one's saying what. One of them lies, and the other one tells the truth, only the truth.
We are both secretly buggy.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like
It's
the little glimpses that we get of Ace. I if there was ever to be a quote sequel series to One Piece, I would just want Ace's adventures. He's always consistently one of the most popular characters anyway, and is such a very important part of the story. I think it would be nice to at least get like a season.
Yeah, it sucks that we know the ending though.
if you guys ever
That doesn't
want
change
to
anything.
read the light novels, you can borrow mine.
Or we
Ooh.
could each just have the light novel and read it, because then we could like book club it. Do you want to book club the Ace? Are we?
You guys
Hey,
can
hold on,
borrow my book.
everybody listening, shut up. Hey, is that another? Should we do like a book club for like the Ace light novel? Is that something that we should like do?
If you
After
guys
we've
want me to
caught up.
talk about it, yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
telling
just-
us to shut up or the listeners to shut up?
No, I said the listeners, unless
Oh.
you're
It's being
listening.
so loud right now. You guys need to shut up over there. So
Yeah.
loud.
Everybody, shut up.
Man, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm just
yeah, let's
saying,
write that
like,
down.
if people aren't willing to commit to buy it, I'm looking at the 3 of you. If you guys want to borrow my issues, that's totally fine.
Why would you even give us the ability to ruin something of yours that is tied to Ace?
Well, I mean, I think the bottom line of me letting people borrow my stuff is please take care of it. Like, please don't.
Or I'll kill you. How about that?
It's just, I feel like I have never let someone borrow something and them being like, "Are you sure? Because I'm gonna ruin it." And I'm like, well, when you put it like that,
I'm
maybe,
holding a pair of scissors and a cup of coffee.
maybe
Are
you can
sure?
read it in front of me, and then it'll be fine.
Monitored.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Gonna make sure that we ruin it.
No,
I mean,
Ollie,
we
it's
could-
also like
I would
10
never do
bucks
that
per
to
thing.
your.
we could
I
just
would
get our own.
never. I would
It will be
never do
fine.
that to your buggy light novels. Okay, I would take care of them.
If I had one.
Yeah.
Maybe if you ask Oda really nicely.
Is this how I get into fan fiction? Writing
Yeah.
fan fiction?
Yes.
Something doesn't exist, make it exist. Where
Yeah,
were
if
we?
you see an account on AO3 show up that's Bogart Q Clownington, it's probably Mark.
No, you already have that. I tried to do that, and you were like, "Don't do that because that's already my alt account." So I don't want to
Well,
step on your toes.
You can have it.
Thank
On your clown
you.
shoes.
It'll turn into a company account. We'll all use it.
The royal account.
The Royal Yayo Talk Show AO3 account. What the hell is what? Hey. I just woke up from whatever the hell we were talking about.
Whatever we were talking about, you and Molly were going off for a little while. Al and I were just like, are they still doing this?
All right.
Look, I was talking to Molly and Molly's partner, The Bit.
Molly is married to the bit. That's
we were
very
having
true.
we were having a good time.
You're-
I'm trying to think of see what like other stuff. Oh, we learned some stuff about the land of Wano and how the Shogun is utilizing Kaido's forces to starve the people, and they have factories, smile factories, that are poisoning the water supply. So
I hate this guy so much.
and you
Like-
haven't even
like-
seen him yet.
What, Kaido?
Not okay. Well, the Shogun.
Okay, well, because I've
Yeah,
seen
because
Kaido.
they keep
and-
referring to Orochi, and
Yeah,
so
that's
we
Orochi,
haven't met
yeah.
Orochi yet. But yeah, we do meet Kaido, and man, what a guy! Like anytime people talk about him, he's like, oh, he's this big imposing monster of a man, and then anytime he shows his face, he's just like a terrifying goof, like
Mhm.
goof, like Luffy is goof affectionate.
Yes.
Kaido is the other side of that spectrum.
He's just a mess.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. He's just a mess.
Kaido is definitely a mess.
Man, I can't
I
die,
don't
but I'm
like
going to keep
him.
trying.
Kaido sucks.
Yeah, Kaido sucks. But so all of the
an
citizens,
imposing beef of a man. Hate him.
Beagle beef.
0 out of 10.
We
You got beef with that beef.
all of the different son of a all of the lands of Wano, other than the capital city, are in tatters, in ruins.
They're impoverished or blown up.
Yeah, either
I mean,
or.
the town Tama lives in is called
Sometimes both.
Yeah, the leftovers town. We learn that the place that Tama and Hitetsu live was originally a village that was cleared out by X Drake, another one of the worst generation that is apparently
One
now
of
working
these
for
guys.
Kaido. Say again?
One of these guys.
Yeah, one of these dinosaur people. The X, I guess X did give it to him, but
Oh my god.
Y'all get mad at me, but this guy.
This guy.
I didn't even write that down. That's just a stupid thing that popped in my dumb head.
You write things down?
I mean, barely. I mean, I've got swaths of things just to remind me of what happens. Like that's ultimately
I don't
what
take
I do.
notes.
You also don't remember anything.
Yeah, I do.
a week removed of you going like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like me.
It's either I remember
yeah.
everything or forget everything.
Hey, if I don't,
no.
if I forget that I don't remember something, then did I ever learn it in the first place? Then
You know
it
what?
doesn't
That's a good
matter.
point.
See?
That's a good
There
point.
you
I
go.
apologize.
Yeah, good. You should.
We meet Okiku.
Yeah, it's Kiku. Yeah, Okiku.
No,
No, Okiku.
Okiku. Because
Why does everybody having troubles? It's the letter O in front of a thing.
yeah, but then the rest of it. It's the rest of it.
Yakiku.
Yeah, Okiku.
Yeah, no, Okiku.
Yeah, Okiku.
Okay. No, not Okiku.
Otama.
I'm so mad.
But also, blending into Molly and Luffy some more. I think that's why Luffy calls them Kiku and Tama.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll just go with this one. So Kiku, we meet Kiku.
Yeah.
She is a gifted samurai who we find out knows Kinemon is one of the vassals that we learn so much about. A lot of epic adventures. And do we want to talk about the Yokozuna, Urashima? Do we want to talk about that blowhard?
I want to take a moment to say that thank you to everybody who is trying to protect me, and thank you not to anybody who spoiled it literally for me. Yeah, I know Kiku already. I've known Kiku for a while. Guys, really? You couldn't keep that one just like in a pocket for a bit? Come on.
No. You know the internet.
Yeah.
They were so excited to tell you.
She's back.
They were so excited to tell me, but also like I just let me have it. Let me
Let
explore.
Caden enjoy the show in one piece.
Yeah, this is what I was talking. I mean, there's just so much new information in this Arcaden that I want you to be able to watch it like without spoilers. And it's like already in this arc, like months, like probably like a year or something ago, people were yelling at you, and I was like, yeah, there's just so much stuff I want you to enjoy.
Yeah, I know. They tried desperately to spoil a bunch of stuff for me, and it's just like, can I enjoy the show in one piece, please? Thank you.
So like again, we're having a meeting. Everybody in the audience, shut up. I
You really
literally
don't have
wanted
microphones, right?
shut up.
Oh, right. What? Okay.
No, not you. Them. I'm talking to them. No,
All right,
hold on.
All right.
Facing the crew now. If we have an opportunity, we should probably just block record. We should just like record, read the next 25, or have Caden read the next 25, record, read the next 25, record, and just get it all out of the way, because the closer we get to Caden catching up, the more likely she is to see stuff.
I think.
What?
I mean,
I don't look up anything on the internet.
No, but you
about
still
this.
see people post stuff. You see, there's
Mhm.
there's stuff that you said in port predictions that we're like, we know what she saw.
Can I also just say, like, as a cute little aside, there's also people who are posting stuff like they think is harmless. And I'm looking at Sam, who's like,
No,
oh,
no,
that's
no,
a
no.
cool character.
Okay. Here's the
And
thing.
reblog stuff.
Here's the thing. In most cases, especially the Minecraft thing, he showed me the title. I'm like, that's probably full of spoilers. You should show the others. And I literally was just like, that was the end of the conversation, and that was it. So
I have to say, like, I've had to DM Sam to be like, hey, can you delete that? Because, haha, Caden doesn't know who those people are yet, and you just blogged it on Tumblr. Like, I know they're cool, but she'll get there, and I don't want that to be spoiled. And just like, because like when Sam sees something cool, you just reblog it, right? Like, you have no context for it. That's not like someone actively trying to spoil things for you.
Yeah,
but
of
at the same
course.
time, it's like, haha, I
It's
can't
happened a
control
couple
that.
times.
Yeah, it's happened. That's why I bring it up, because it's happened more than once.
believe it or not, still haven't
more
seen
than
any of that.
twice. Yeah.
Still haven't seen it.
Piece.
Yeah.
Many
But-
pieces.
Still haven't seen any of it.
But yeah,
Good.
yeah. I love
The
it.
only times that I've actually been spoiled is when people intentionally go, "Hey, Caden, look at this," and like tag me a million times. It's like, why? Don't do
Stop
that.
it.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Kiku is one of those things that was spoiled for me. Happy that an actual trans woman got cast as Kiku in America. And it should be happening more often and not erased in like the idea or the suave stuff. Well, is it actually a trans character? Or it's like, it's like, yes.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of, trust me, there's a lot of it, and not just in One Piece, but there's a lot of things in anime in general where that happens a lot. Soma Spider So What it happened in, and like the zombie anime that everybody loves, it happened there as well, where it's like there's a lot of like not casting trans women as trans women in shows, and it happens a lot in anime because people think that they can kind of get away with it a little bit. So I'm happy that Kaylee McKee, really nice person, friend of mine, was able to land the role of Okiku. And this is where I say, hey, hire more trans actors in general, or I'm gonna
Yeah.
get upsetty spaghetti at you. Period. End of
Yeah.
statement. And not just as trans characters either, because there's only
just
like
hire.
7 trans characters, and we can do more than that. Anyway, soapbox done. Getting down now.
Oh, don't worry. We'll keep that nearby.
Okay, cool. I tend to
I'll
go
join
on
you.
ramble.
There's a part where I'll join you up there. Yeah.
Do we
Hit
want
the
to talk
double wide
about?
soapbox.
You're right. Do you want to talk about the sumo match or no?
The sumo
'Cause it
match was fun. The sumo match
Yeah.
was very fast though.
Yeah, that's another thing that's like watch the cartoon, because just the
Cartoon?
stylizing
Did you just
of
call
it.
it a cartoon? You're gonna get roasted in the comments.
It's a cartoon.
If
You're
it's
gonna get roasted
dubbed,
in the comments.
if it's dubbed in English, and it has made its way to North America, it's a cartoon, folks.
I'm gonna step away from this very rapidly and let you two take the
What's the
dive on
opposite
the
of a
live
soapbox?
grenade. You guys-
a
A dirt
cardboard
bag.
box. Yeah.
An
I'm
animation.
I'm gonna dive into the ditch and let you guys land on that
Okay,
grenade.
let me rephrase. Watch this animated.
I work in cartoons. I can say it. I can say it.
I'm
Molly-
legally permitted to do so.
3
I'm
of the 4 of us have
fine.
worked on cartoons.
All right.
I'm just saying we
And-
can all get away with it. We can all
And
get
one of
away
us has
with it.
worked on an anime, so
But yeah, the sumo fight is really. It's like, yeah, for us, it was really short in the manga. And it's like, I feel like it's something Luffy's been wanting to do for so long. But he was
yeah,
so,
it kind of
like,
really does feel like a thing that is just like, I finally get to do this, and it was over in a minute.
yeah, he was like, forget this guy. This isn't even like an honorable sumo fight. It's like, get him
Like the
out.
fact
Nah.
that they showed his record against Usopp is like,
Yeah.
oh, they've been playing samurai. They've been playing sumo for a very long time.
Yeah, that's just. I love that they like. Because it's like there's a lot of downtime on the ship, right? Where they're like, they fish a lot. We've seen them fishing a lot. We've seen them like chasing each other. And it's like the idea that they're just playing sumo on the ship is so cute.
Well, what
to
else are
me.
they gonna do?
I love
Chopper's
it.
the
What's like,
ref.
It's also not fair because I imagine
Definitely.
Luffy goes Gomu Gomu no Balloon on Usopp and just like yeets him across the ocean.
I think they play fair. It's not like Usopp could win anyway.
Well, all right.
Like Luffy puts a toe in the ocean.
Beep. Yeah, as like one arm behind his back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or I would imagine it sequentially changes to where Luffy used Fusen the first time, then ties one arm, then ties another arm, then ties his legs, then ties his head behind his, and he's just torso.
Balloon. He's a floating
Still
balloon.
wins.
And he still wins. And Usopp's just like, you can't. I'm just a guy. Like you can't.
You would hit a
can't
guy
do
with
this.
glasses, would you?
Act 1
Yeah.
is so much setup, and
You don't say.
we had I mean, you were talking about how 4 to 5 chapters is such a big lore dump. We learned something new about the vassals.
Mhm.
That they were thrown forward in time
Yes.
by Kozuki
20
Toki.
years.
20 years by Momo's mom,
Mhm.
Mamo, if you will.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Mamo.
It would be oh
Shout out to Mamo.
Oh, Mamo.
Oh, Mamo, thank you.
You're welcome.
And from
So
that
tired.
from that day where they raised Kozuki Castle, that a curse of in 20 years' time, the dead will rise and get revenge on those that erased the family line, something like that,
Mhm, mhm.
like super creepy ghost story curse, and here we are in the process of making that happen again. Oh, we also see Kinemon's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
I was
I'm a married
like-
man.
walked back in on that and I was like, oh, did we already? Oh, damn, we must have already talked about her. But I love her.
Yeah.
Also, that
She's
story
also-
is so sad. Is he skipped 20 years and she was just alone for that entire
Just
time.
assumed that he bounced on her.
Oh.
As beautiful as ever, but I can't let her see my face.
Well, it's
But I mean,
great
to his credit, if he dies, for him to show up and say, "Hey, I'm back," and then die in a suicide mission, that'd be
Yeah.
really shit.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
also,
I
like,
didn't abandon you. I got yeeted forward. Also,
I'm
BT
going to
Dubs
die. See
might
ya.
die.
Yeah, for honor.
Sweet.
Bye.
Well,
It's-
and that's the thing too. If it's a thing where it's like I'm going into battle and I need your strongest potions, but I'm going into battle and I'm about to fight for the good of this country. I'm going
Yeah.
to fight for the freedom of this country.
We're
I don't
doing
think that's
what we did
entirely-
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again.
But
It's
yeah.
it's the thing I do want to say as if we go back to Mark's tangent in the beginning of the podcast about
All right.
fashion, people, we're talking about fashion.
Wow, we're back on it. We're talking
The
about that
thing-
fashion.
The thing is, like as Mark was saying, that like Oda's been buying his time with this, is also that like it's I think out of like all of the color spreads Oda has done in the manga, is that he's done at least 3 or 4 color spreads of the crew or like some people from the crew in this style of Japanese paintings that I can't remember what they're called in the moment. But the like older style tapestry paintings of like women.
The Meiji era watercolors.
Yeah, I think so. And it's like it's crazy because it's like there's one I could think of like without even looking up of Oda had done some of the Straw Hats in that style, and like we meet Kinemon's wife who is like verbatim like designed after the women in those older style like portraits. And that's why she just looks so like kind of not squiggly, but like she looks a very specific way, and that's because he's referencing
Stylized.
Style. Thank you. That he's referencing a style of history paintings and stuff like that. And I mean, a lot of these characters, if you think they look very weird or like a specific way, like Raizo, like those characters are also based off of that same style of art.
They also look like human kabuki.
Yeah.
And speaking of Raizo, though, let's talk about my girl Shinobu.
Yo.
Big fan of Shinobu.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anybody who can make
Yeah.
Sanji sad, big fan.
Yeah.
And we're slowly meeting more and more of this squad. And Kinemon mentions that there's a couple of people that actually stayed back throughout the 20 years to sort of like keep an eye on things, and we haven't found them yet.
Mhm.
So we need to rally those allies, and then the couple of people that have stayed loyal to the Kozuki clan throughout this entire time. And we need to do this in secret, and we need nobody needs to know, nobody has to find out, and then Luffy shows up.
Yeah.
I think my favorite couple
Everybody
of
has a
panels,
plan.
my favorite couple of panels are the Heart Pirates looking and being like, huh, and Law being like, oh god, oh god, oh god, it's all going to hell.
Them, the like one person who was like, no, not like this. It's like, yeah, of course it's Law. Of course it's Law. Of course it's Law. Of course.
Of course.
I like for a second I was like looking, I'm like, did my internet cut out? Why is it so quiet? It's so quiet.
Very funny, very funny, Molly.
Thank
I'm
you,
trying
thank
to
you.
hit all of the stuff before Kaido shows up.
That's fine.
And then Kaido shows up.
Yeah, I think we did.
Mhm.
So kind of very surprisingly, the big bad shows up at the end of Act 1 and knocks Luffy down a peg. Like,
I think this
What?
needed to happen. I think this needed to happen thematically. We need after everything that happened on that whole giant cake thing. Yeah, Luffy was feeling very high and mighty, and it's just like, no, we need to put you back down a little bit because we
he-
need to set your expectations for some stuff that's probably going to be around the corner.
He comes into this new country and Gomino Red Hawks hold him right in the face, which is amazing. But that's like a big subordinate of Kaido, so he's gonna come down and do something about it.
Hey, they do mention something that this little nerd who just showed up and got knocked on his butt. He did something. What did they say? I'm setting up for literally anybody who wants to take that because it's important because they talk about it in a different light.
what did they say?
Anybody?
What?
Well, they reference something that Luffy does, even though like just by being there.
Just that the only thing I remember is that he's just a widow guy.
Oh my goodness! Really?
Okay, you always set stuff up for
It's like a
stuff
pretty-
that we read 2 years ago. And
You read it this morning. You literally said you read it this morning.
The general we. Everybody, audience, shut up.
Oh, I didn't.
But no, like Caden always cues up very, very specific things, and the three of us are just sitting here like,
rushing through our notes, trying to figure out what she's alluding to.
Okay,
Caden says,
so
"Pop quiz hot shot."
Kaido hits Luffy with the big giant stick, right? And it's like, well, whoa, wow, it's like got hit by the Master's Club. That's pretty, yeah. It's like, wow, he's still breathing, and like Kaido's just like, yeah, of course he is.
Breathing.
what?
You
Breathing.
still
Breathing.
what?
Using his lungs.
You said
That's
breathing.
not. Yeah,
No, I
that's
did
not what I
not.
heard.
Yes,
I
you
ca-
did.
I coughed in the middle of it. How dare you?
See, when we get on
Anyway.
you for saying stuff wrong,
Shush! I'm
versus
getting
when
to it.
you get on
I'm
us for
getting to
saying
it.
Stuff wrong.
It's important.
Yeah, and it's
It's
important that we all hold ourselves to a same standard.
Okay, you ready for this? Because you're all going to be really mad that you forgot to talk about this.
Okay, go
They
ahead.
said that Luffy used Lord Odin's ability.
Yeah, and then they
Thank
said,
you.
oh, they're talking about hockey.
Yes, they're talking about hockey, but it's very important that they put one and one together here to equal 3. They say specifically that hey, Lord Odin uses this. Lord Odin used this. This is a Lord Odin ability. And this little nerd just did that. That's how they equate these things. So like again, there's so much disconnect happening, but and like, of course, like Kaido knows it's Conqueror's hockey, but like, it's one of those things that's like, this is very closed information, and it's telling that like even people that high up don't really know fully. It's like, oh, it's using Lord Odin's ability. Specifically, why did they say Lord Odin though? Like, if like Kaido can also use it, then like, why is it Lord Odin's ability?
So don't think about the term. think about who's using the term.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Great. Thanks.
Anyway. To me, that just equates how they call stuff jutsus as opposed to, oh, it's a devil fruit ability.
Right. Exactly.
Like, they
It's
know what
a-
smile fruit are, but they don't necessarily know what devil fruit are.
Right.
They have off-brand snacks
Yeah.
at WANO.
Professor Pig.
I don't have Dr.
All right.
Pepper. They've got Mr. Pibb or whatever.
Mr.
like
Pibb
Al's
is better
better.
than Dr. Pepper.
Professor Pig.
Thank you.
Dr. what? Dr. what, Kaden?
I said
Never mind.
I stopped talking and I laughed. Molly.
Because Al made the same joke you did, but better a second before. Molly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Molly.
not listening. I'm not listening.
Yeah, we know.
That's why I asked you to repeat it.
Al says Professor Pibb. Molly says, yeah, like Mr. Pibb.
It's Professor.
I
Dr.
didn't
Professor.
go to.
Very particular about
I
it.
didn't get my doctorate. That's not the joke. Hey, let's
about
talk about
other
something
stuff.
else.
I just to be clear for the audience's sake, I am in Google Images pulling the color spreads every time Oda has drawn them in that style, and I keep finding more. I've posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've posted 8 in the channel already, and I'm finding more, but there's some I have to double check and make sure it's not like in this arc and I'm spoiling something for Kaden.
How dare you?
How
No,
dare
there's
you.
so many.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I mean, so Luffy gets knocked the hell out, very big style, and ends up in a prison and locked up. Oh, we also find out that Sea Prism Stone, Eustace Kid is also there, but also that Sea Prism Stone is a major resource. Like it's a regular thing in Wano.
They have quarries of it.
Yes. And so you can obtain very small pieces, similar to how Basil Hawkins made nails out of Sea Prism Stone to
What a jerk.
Mhm.
yeah, Basil, like we're finally getting to
What
see
an
what he could actually
absolute
do.
jerk.
Yeah.
What did you think
This guy
of
sucks.
so we're just generally saying that Basil Hawkins sucks? Anybody
Yeah,
wanna put
rancid
any more
vibes.
into that?
0 out of 10.
It sucks
Who makes
that, like,
Sea Prism Stone nails? What
Talus and
an
Jaffe.
asshole move.
I like it sucks because he has like such a cool aesthetic, right? Like he uses taro, he's got like straw, like kind of like I don't want to say voodoo because that's a very specific type of
This-
but it's like
he ate the appropriation fruit.
All right.
he's just like you think he would be cool next to like X Drake or whatever. Like it's like next to the narc,
fair.
next to the actual cop. You would think that he would be cool, but he's not. He's like
somehow
he took all the cool
somehow
aesthetic.
less cool than the ex-cop.
Yeah, and it's like
Goodness.
he took like all the cool aesthetics. He's like on paper he should be cool, and then in practice he's just so lame.
Absolutely.
The worst.
Good
Yeah.
design.
Gross.
But
Yeah,
for
shame
what
it's wasted.
for what end? Yeah, exactly.
It's a shame. Who else we got? Now that we're ignoring that guy, who else we got to talk about?
Well, I think we've made it to the end of the Wano events in Act 1. Luffy's in jail with Kid, and they're both like, "I'm gonna kick that dude's ass." And
Oh, that was funny when he Luffy gets thrown in jail, and it's like, who's already in jail? You'll never believe it.
unless
That guy, I always forget his name. You know that
Eustace
kid from the
Yeah, that
from the
kid.
West Blue. Yeah, from the West
God
Blue.
dang it.
McMetal Arms.
Yeah. There's just something so funny about getting thrown in jail, and Luffy's pissed off, and then he looks over to see who he's sharing a cell with, and it's like, ugh, and this guy's here. I mean, I know I'm in jail, but come on.
Do I have to be here with this guy?
Yeah.
I feel
And-
like One Piece is just a good amount of like, all right, we're going to make you team up with somebody who's super skilled, very powerful, and is going to help you get all of your goals. And they're just like, yes, finally, I'm going to be able to get all this. And then they look over, it's like, and this is your partner. It's like,
Damn it.
really?
Again?
Do I have to?
Really? I'm going back to McDonald's. I'll
Yeah.
just
Ooh, can
I'll
you give me a
take-
Happy Meal or a Grimace
No.
Shake?
No.
Okay.
We're not
Also,
giving you the Grimmy Goo, all right? No Grimmy Goo for anybody.
Grimmy goo means that I love you.
No.
I said a bow, chicka bow wow. That's what my grimace said.
We're going to get banned now. We can't use that
Oh.
song.
No, it's okay. That was only like 3 seconds. It's 6
It was
seconds.
pitch perfect.
Thank
Ugh.
you.
Mm.
I am actually amphibious. Hey, so fine, Kate, do you want to talk about the sad part?
You know how I said I really care about a character, and I didn't want anything
and you
bad
know how
to
you
happen?
should never say that?
Me specifically, I should never say I like a character ever. I should never say that because
Not out loud.
only bad things happen. Only horrible, awful, bad things happen, and then I get sad. And like the whole thing ends with Tama like on the ground bleeding, and I'm just like, I'm so mad. And then Luffy's just like, I'm so mad. I'm like, thank you. Control Shift Kill, Luffy. I don't know if she's okay or not. And she better not be dead. Otherwise, Oda and I are going to have words after he recovers from his whole surgery thing. Oda,
His
respect.
whole
I
surgery?
understand. Shut up. How dare you? Come on. I'm
It's a
literally having
stigmatism.
literally a serious moment. It's like, he's taking a break, having
Yeah, his
surgery.
eye hole surgery.
Mhm.
No.
Caden's never gonna not bully me again
No.
during a recording.
Oh.
Next episode's gonna suck.
See,
for
this is
me.
what happens, though. This is what happens.
we all have a good time.
No.
Oh, I'm having a great time talking with my friends about a show I like. And then when we played video games the other day, it was fun. It was good.
It was fun.
I love you guys. You guys
It
are
was
great.
fun. I love you all very much. Stop talking about Hole. Anyway, my daughter is dying, Mr. Hole. And now you're
Mr. Hole
just
is my
making
father.
light of it. God
Hey,
damn you.
Let's talk about-
Call me whole.
let's talk about the real Mr. Hole, and that's Gecko Moria.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be
somehow Gecko Moria
Blackbeard?
is alive.
Blackbeard's Mr. Hole.
Yeah, Blackbeard's
They-
Mr. Hole. That's better. That's true.
100%.
No, Whitebeard's Mr. Hole because Blackbeard put a giant one in him. Anyway,
Boo.
of course Molly says boo.
No.
Leave a
wanna-
comment if you
I don't
thought that
want
one
to
was
talk
good.
about Whitebeard's giant holes anymore.
You did stop talking about Hole.
Who started this?
You started the whole.
How did I
Mark?
start this? I talked about.
Also, did we know that Dracula Mihawk lived in the Muggy Kingdom?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, because they named. I don't know if they like dropped it, but it. Oh yeah, no, because Zoro just lands, and for mystery's sake, we can't know where he landed until
Yeah,
we come
we have
back.
no idea.
Secrets.
But yeah, so a bunch of things happen in this half of a chapter. And
Yeah,
that's-
who knows that Oda could drop a bunch of lore immediately?
Told you. Gecko
Ugh.
Moria is still
It will
alive
happen again.
and looking for Blackbeard on Full Lead Island, which that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
And
Don't
we
drink
find
the
out
water.
he sent Absalom, who was the pervert invisible man,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
and he's dead now, which is good.
Good.
But what's bad?
Good.
What's
Good.
bad is there's a new pervert invisible man, and it's Shiryu of the Rain. They took.
Is he a pervert too?
Well, he's got the invisible fruit. Of course he does.
That
Of course-
mean anything. Going invisible does not
And he's
make
a
you
cop.
a pervert.
He's
That's
wearing
a-
Bullet's
he's-
uniform.
Okay. That does not correlate things, okay?
Douglas
he is
Bullock?
a cop. Okay, bad. He turns invisible. Doesn't necessarily mean bad.
He's in a
He
He
Nazi
also killed
uniform.
Absalom,
That
which
does
is kind of
mean bad.
fine.
Yeah, Caden, Al's got a point. He's wearing the equivalent of the
No,
Grand
he's
Line's Nazi
absolutely a bad
uniform.
person, but it has nothing to do with him going invisible. I refuse.
They're
On
mutually
fucking
exclusive.
principle.
There's two different reasons why he's a bad person.
Yes,
they
and
don't
being
connect.
invisible has nothing to do with it.
Never shall
He's
they
a
meet.
pervert for fascism, is what he
Yes, that is also true.
Yeah, so
But the
he's still,
invisibility has
about
nothing to do with it. You can't have that and the other. You can't do that.
still technically a pervert. We also
Yeah,
learned.
you don't know that.
Well, no, we
Unless
just
there's
said
something.
he's a for a different. Never mind.
That's
a-
not. I'm no.
You can still be a pervert, not a sex pervert. Thank you. The silence means you agree with me. Let's move on.
It's technically true. I'm still the
silence
correlation of the invisibility,
quietly saying,
devil
"Damn
fruit, and perversion is not okay.
We have another member of the Blackbeard crew with a devil fruit now. Katarina Devon has the Inu Inu no Mi mythical type 9-tailed fox.
So awesome!
Naruto has stepped into the chat.
Hell yeah!
Which means that she can create illusions, such as the illusion of Absalom not being a corpse.
It's very funny.
Very funny. Blackbeard is, and is this our first time seeing like Blackbeard in quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he looks like a total goober.
Yeah.
His bounty is 2.247 billion berries.
Hell yeah, baby! That's
Absolutely
some big
insane.
money.
Boo.
And he sort of recaps everything, but just like, hey, come on here, we're having a good time. You might die, bring your zombies. He sort of recaps everything that's happening in the world, and now it's like, all right, let's fight to the death.
Well, can I just say as like an aside really quickly, he's like, like, oh, this is my island or whatever. It's a little pirate island. I watched this movie called Pirates of the Caribbean and I like Tortuga, so I'm going to make my own little island. Meh. Pirates can come as they, pirates are allowed here, but like it should be known that like you come at your own risk of other pirates messing with you, which I'm just like, why would anybody go here? Like, it's just so annoying. I hate him.
This is it's the opposite spectrum of Luffy's idea of the pirate's life.
Yeah.
This is Reaper Island.
It's just also just like luring pirates there so that he doesn't have to go and track down devil fruit users. It's just kind of like, yeah, everybody's welcome here, wink wink nudge nudge, but also like, I mean, you're always it's like, we are not liable for you losing your wallet or you losing your devil fruit.
It's Bully Island is what it is.
Yeah. It's like, why would you go there? Like, it's just like, it's so, like, the whole premise is so stupid to
It's
me.
PvP
like,
Island.
It's that thing I keep talking about where it's like somebody licking the Switch cartridge and it's like, ew, your turn. And I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
Molly,
good.
let's not talk about people who might have done that, all right?
I'm just saying, you guys are
What's the
liable
problem?
to go to this island because you guys think it might be cool. And I'm just saying, on paper, I would never go there. You know?
Okay, well, anyway, do you want to try and lick
What
this
for?
Switch
You put
cartridge,
Nala
Molly?
in danger.
I will not. I believe you when you tell me it doesn't taste good, you guys.
Okay,
I
but
believe you.
it's anyway.
I know
I'm
what
so
bitter
happy
yuck
the Clown to
tastes
Clown
like.
connection
I've
is back.
lived with cats before. I have lived with cats before. I know what bitter yuck tastes like. It's like the taste of my senior college, like my senior
The
year at
experience?
college.
The experience of your senior
Living-
college tasted like a Switch cartridge?
The memory.
We're getting some deep Molly lore today.
The core memory of my senior year in art college is the taste of bitter yuck.
You
because
made an extract and
I
put it on a
lived-
cartridge.
I lived with two roommates who had two cats who loved to chew on wires.
Mom
so
let
they
you have
just
two
slathered.
roommates?
They
Your mom let you have
slathered.
2 Switch cartridges?
No, I'm done. Dude, forget it. It's not worth it at this point. It's just not worth it. Anyway, I know what bitter yuck tastes like. Trust me
Okay.
on this.
Okay.
But it's yucky gross.
It's not good. It's not
And it
fun.
reminds me of Blackbeard.
And it reminds
Ew, I don't want to know how Blackbeard tastes like.
That's why I didn't say that it reminds me of what Blackbeard, like I hold on, I got a Switch cartridge right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that reminds me of Blackbeard. Bad cherry pie. That's what it reminds me of.
No, I don't
Bad
like
cherry
that
pie
guy.
guy.
Okay.
I like cherries and I like cherry pie and I refuse to associate with that guy.
So as we come to the end of this chapter, or I guess this act of
Act 1.
Wano.
Mercy.
What thoughts? Like, we're finally here.
If anything happened to my daughter, I'm going to be very upset.
We missed talking about one thing, which is the iconic reaction from the crew realizing.
It needs to be. We need to make those as emotes immediately. We need those as emotes
immediately. We can finally
immediately.
do it, you guys. No, Kate, you don't understand. We've been waiting like 2 years
So
to put these
long.
emotes on the Discord. That's yes. I
yeah,
forgot.
but like when you finally put that in chat, we were all like,
okay. Okay. Yeah, that's
we
fair.
were though. I mean, he's making a joke, but we were.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were actually
so good.
Allowed.
Thank you, Al. Actually, thank you. I did want to talk about that and totally forgot.
yeah, because that was at the very end where everybody was like, "Oh, cool, Luffy's it."
Me from the back of the class. Yeah. It's crazy because it's just like we get a lot of info and we see where everybody's at and like then it's just like all right.
We see that everybody else is doing their jobs and Zoro didn't.
I did like that in the first act Oda immediately was like, yo, Luffy just did this thing last arc of like just showing up to Big Mom's house, punching her, grabbing Sanji, and running. And like straight up, Oda was like, no, we're not doing this again. Like, go to jail, Luffy. Like, you fight Kaido, you lose,
jail.
You go to jail.
1,000 years of jail.
1,000 year jail. But it's like, I think it's funny that like right out the gate that Oda's like, no, we're not doing this again. Like, we're resolving issues this time around. Like, he doesn't get to like one hit kill this guy. Like we
it would have been funny though.
I mean, it would have been for sure.
It would have been really funny.
But yeah, I like the setup, and it's just like there's already like hilarity. There's already a lot of serious setup, and it's like that was Act 1. It's very exhausting thinking about like what the rest of this is going to be. With like this is your little taste into this arc. Doesn't taste like bitter yuck.
Yeah. That's how we end the episode. Mark, take us out, please.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yuck. That was 7.
What? Really? Yes. Shout out to Mark who's got me on the soundboard.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to us as we start this long road of Wano. We said it multiple times throughout the episode. Please, for the love of God,
we're so close.
We're so close. Let Caden get through this in one piece. If you're listening to this if you're listening to this to listen to us, we love you because that means you care about us and not necessarily about One Piece. Watch the show; it's fun. But if you don't know if something is a spoiler, don't post it.
Don't tag me in it at least.
At the very least, let us know if you think we should do just a marathon record and just get everything recorded and done so Caden is up to date with the anime. And
I'll do it.
Yeah, you could do that across. That'll be a big dedication from us as a show. But we can, like, because we're so close. There's a certain thing that I want to get past so Molly can do her quiz. And but until then, let us know across social media. And you can find us on our own different social media accounts. Let's start with Caden.
Caden Jensen on everything except for TikTok, where I'm the real Caden Jensen, but I haven't posted on TikTok in a while. Anyway, I'm on Twitch. Come see me there.
We're always Caden Jensen. You can find me basically everywhere at Al McClellan Jr. That's ALMCCLELLAND Jr. Good luck.
And you can find me everywhere at Mark B. Donica. Captain?
You can find me on Twitter at Teflud TEHFLOD. And on Tumblr at Molly Flood, Molly K Flood, and we have a Yayo Talk Show Tumblr, so come follow us on there for fun One Piece content.
Fun Piece content.
Yeah.
Going along with how most arcs or sagas have either ended or take 2 years to finish. Now that you've listened to the episode, you've joined our crew. With that comes the responsibility of telling your friends, leaving a comment, following us all over social media at Yayo Talk Show, and letting Caden watch the show in one piece. So come aboard, and we'll see you next time on Yayo Talk Show. Farewell.
Talking about One Piece.